All right. So, ladies and gents, welcome again to this call. So, today we have a very, very special call with our Director of Education in Akashics. So, he is someone who was born in South Africa, born and raised over there. Obviously, he went in a very early age in a conventional way, but then he always resisted. He was not ready to accept just, to think about get up in the morning and go to work and come back home. He resisted that. He started to break that box. He break that barrier, and he started to think outside the box, which only few people do in this world. So despite of his young age, he started to came in the industry of trading. He started to learn. He had so many failures. And not only he's a trader, he's a pastor of the church. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's an investor. He has done incredibly well despite of his young age. But here's the thing, people see him now. I mean, he's very famous, aka Money, Josh. So people see him in South Africa or anywhere in the world, everywhere in the world, they see him, oh my God, such a successful person. But what he has gone through in his journey, that is really the craziest part. He has gone through one failure to another, to another, to another. But he was someone who decided, I'm going to do it, whatever it takes. When you have this kind of mentality, when you're ready to do that, you are going to make it work. So he was someone who was very ambitious. He said, okay, you know what? I'm going to do it, whatever it takes. Was the journey easy for him? No. He was learning from his all the failures. In fact, there is no failure. He was getting the feedback. There is no failure. It's a feedback. Every time he was doing something was not happening the way he wanted to work, he got the feedback. Most people, they get fail only when they don't learn from the feedback. They accept that failure. That's a failure. So if you think it's a feedback, and you start to learn and start to grow, that's where you start to succeed. He was exactly doing that. He was like literally somebody who was very resilient, very, very resilient, grown up in a house where his parents were pastors as well. So, naturally the part of believing was growing inside him. And today, ladies and gents, despite of his young age, he is a very successful entrepreneur all over the world, successful trader. He has taught so many people, thousands and thousands of people, this skill set. And, today, whatever he has learned, he wanted to shift that knowledge to us. And ever since he came across to this platform, Akashics, he could see clearly he can communicate now without any barriers all over the world. I know very well, as being a trader, he can sit there, relax. He doesn't need to teach us. He doesn't need to do anything. But the most important thing is he want to give back something. He does not want to keep the knowledge with himself. He really want to give it us all, because he understand what he has gone through. The world need to know. The world need to know, especially the brand new traders. They need to know what it took for him to get to where he is today. Because as I told you earlier, it's going to be a journey for you to learn, to grow, to go ups and down in your trading journey. So he wanted to share. He really wanted to raise his voice to the whole world so they can understand how to be a successful trader, how to learn this skill set in the most effective way. Ladies and gents, our top educator in Akashics, amazing trader, highly successful trader, serial entrepreneur, great speaker. He's a father as well. He's like a man of many colors. Okay, he's doing a lot of stuff in his life. And most importantly, our director of education, I remember meeting him last time in London, and he said, Abdullah, this is just the beginning in Akashics. We're going to bring so many changes. We're going to bring so many advancement. Not only one time, it's going to be keep going on. So ladies and gents, if you see someone who is thinking like that, for us, what is missing here? Nothing is missing. Make a decision, listen to him. So I requested him last time, few days ago. I said, you know what? I would like to request you to come on this call, speak your heart, share with these brand new people. They want to succeed. They're ready. They're hungry. They want to succeed, but they want to learn. They need to hear from you that what they need to do toward the psychology, risk management, how they can be successful trader, how they can be like you, in other words. So he honored us. He accepted my request, and he is here on this call today. But before I bring him on the call, let me check he's on the call right now. Before I bring him on the call, let me see if he's in the call right now. I believe he's in the call. Let me have a look quickly. Yes, he's in the call. But ladies and gents, before he comes on the call, I already promoted him to panel. Before he comes on the call, before he speaks, before he say anything, let's blow this chat away with 777. Let's show our appreciation, our gratitude for him to taking out time. Let's not take it for granted. Let's really, really show how much we value him, appreciate him to coming on this call, despite of his busy schedule. He does not need to be on this call, but I requested it. He honored us. So you can see literally this giving gentleman, He is really up here for us and really make him feel that we are really, really grateful for him to take out the time and come on this call. How are you, Josh? Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Hi Abdullah, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Great to see you. You know, your powerful voice as always, like in London, I heard from you.
Yeah, brother. It's so good to be here. And everybody on this call, I see we've got 177 people on this call, and everybody's putting a 777 within this call. Guys, welcome to today's session. Firstly, Abdullah, I'd like to thank you, brother, for inviting me, into your space.
Yeah.
When I look at this community and what you guys are building there, this is a family, and this is your home. And one thing, guys, is I want to tell you today that even as I join, and come into your home today, um, I am under the leadership of Abdullah within this call, and I really appreciate that he has given me, this time to share with you guys, and also just to elevate you into the next level of trading. Okay, you know before I even start today, today I don't want to be the person that hypes you up, because it's easy and I'm very good at doing that. But today I want to teach you. Okay, I want to take you into the next level of trading. But before we even go there, guys, I just want to talk about Abdullah really quick, probably for 2 or 3 minutes, right? Now, Abdullah and I, we have never met before. We have never joined circles in any sphere of life, but we've both been successful in different industries, right? He's been really successful with his team, like with Jay Palmer, with Mandeep, with Rupa, and so on. They've been really successful in the network marketing field and in the building field. And, I was really successful in the Forex field. And when I met Abdullah there in UK, immediately something within me took a liking to him and his spirit, you know. And what I found out about Abdullah, in fact, the first time I met him and we went for dinner with Jay, I won't forget how we were sitting around, a little table in a Thai restaurant. And as this guy began to speak, I began to pick up the frequency of leadership. Okay. Now, what I want to say to you today, guys, is that if you within the team of Abdullah, Jay Palmer, Rupa, Mandeep, and so on, and all of the other leaders, especially in UK, I want you to understand how privileged you are right now. Okay? If you are on this call right now, I want you to understand how privileged you are, because there's a group of people who is Abdullah and his leaders who have brought you on this call, who have the mindset of true leadership. Now, I've seen people build, I've seen people make a lot of money, but I've seen people being able to sell and all of those things, you can do. But I've seen very few people within business, and I've been, an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur for 10 years now, right? I've seen very few people be leaders within a business, an environment, and an industry. And guys, if you within this call today, which means you're part of this team, I want you to understand what a powerful position you're in. My dad always used to say this to me, and he still says this to me right now, and I'm 29 years old. My dad's 55, and my dad still says this to me every single day. My dad and I, we like literally best friends, because my dad really keeps himself fit, and he's a good role model to me. And my dad says this to me all the time. He says to me, "Show me your friend, and I'll show you your future." I want to say to you today, even before we start the session, if you within this team, which is Abdullah, his leaders, and so on, there is no reason why you shouldn't succeed. That is when you're supposed to put a flame there in the chat. I want to see some flames now in the chat, guys. Come on, somebody put some flames in the chat. Come on, more flames. There's no reason why you shouldn't succeed within this industry of trading and networking, because you have the right friends. Your circle determines where you go. Your network determines your net worth. And every single morning when I wake up, the first thing that I do before I do anything else is I evaluate my friends. Because I remember what my dad said to me over 10 years ago, and that got me really far. My dad said to me this, and I want you to remember this today: show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. And guys, today, you all are blessed. Simple word that I can use today, even before I start my session. You guys are blessed with true, pure leadership that goes beyond money, that goes beyond status or holding a mic, goes to the point where they just want people to succeed. Right? So, Abdullah, once again, brother, thank you. Thank you for inviting me to this call.
Thank you, sir.
So,
Thank you for
guys,
coming on the call,
um,
and call is all
thank you.
yours.
Thank you so much. Can you just enable my okay, perfect. I can share now. Okay, perfect, guys. So guys, today I'm going to train you, and it's very different from the network marketing training or the building training that you get. I do understand that you guys love trading and operate, as traders as well as builders. And one thing that I love about your team, Abdullah, is the fact that you guys actually love trading. Now, there's a lot of people who like building but know nothing about trading. And for me, that's a problem because you can't sell a car that you've never driven in your life. I want to say that again. If you've never driven a car, how will you be able to sell it? Right? If you've never tasted something, how will you be able to explain to the person that you're trying to sell it to how it tastes? And the thing about your team and you guys who are on this call, the amazing thing about you guys, which is very distinct, is the fact that you guys love trading. Okay. Now, today in today's training, what I'm gonna do, in fact, my wife is also on this call. She's upstairs in our bedroom with the kids because the kids are falling asleep, and it's 10:30 at night here in South Africa. But today I want to train you in the aspect of trading psychology and risk management. Now, I've been trading for about 10 years, going 11 years. I've mentored people in from very different many sectors who have become traders, okay? But one of the things that really helped me with my trading was one key fact, right? And I want to tell you what's my edge on the markets right now and why Abdullah has got me on this call, right? My wife, who's upstairs right now in the bedroom, she's actually a psychologist. She has a degree, right? A doctorate, a PhD in psychology. Now, when I used to find, and I want to share with you quickly, when I used to see and find all of these traders, even before Kashek, struggling within the market, I went to a point where I said to myself, this goes beyond my expertise. I know the problems of traders, but I don't know how to solve it. So I remember sitting down with my wife, and that is why I'm going to share with you the keys that we came up with. And I remember saying to her, babe, this is the problems that people have with trading, and this is why they can't succeed. And how can we help them succeed? So we came up with this 10-step rule that will break the psychological barrier between you and the markets. Right now, I want you to put something in the chat box. Right? I'm going to put it down first, and then I want you to type it in the chat box. Let's manifest this. Let's make it real. Okay? Trading is 90% psychological, right? Just 1 second. 1 second, guys. I want to type this out for you. It's about to get real here, right? 10% skill, right? I want you to start putting that in the chat box right now. Trading is, right, 90% psychological. and 10% skill. Now, if you understand how powerful this statement is, and I want you to put in the chat box, manifest it. I want you to write it down, guys. Get some pen and paper right now for the session. Write it, stick it on the wall, stick it on your mirror, stick it behind your cupboard drawer, stick it on your refrigerator. I want you to stick it somewhere, because this is the one thing that took me the most amount of time to figure out, but it was the easiest thing to fix so that I could succeed in the market. And I want you to keep on putting it out there, because this one thing can change your life. Trading is 90% psychological. So when I sat down with my wife and I said to her, babe, you know what, this is the problems that people have. Let's come up with a skill set of psychological improvement in terms of mindset that could help us improve. And when we put our minds together, put in her mindset of being a psychologist and my profession of being a pro trader, we came up with something that is robust, which we call the 10-step plan that will elevate you in your trading. So I want you to write all of these steps. I'm going to try and cover it in the next 35 to 40 minutes, and then we'll go from there. You can take videos, guys. You can tag me. You can tag Abdullah. You can tag your team. You can post it on your team chat. You can do whatever you want. You know, this is for us to learn and to upgrade, right? So the first one is called develop a solid trading plan. Now, what happens with a lot of people is that they get into trading without a plan. Imagine you wanting to drive from London to Manchester without a map, without GPS, without Waze, without knowing the route. It's probably going to take you very long to get you to your destination. You're probably going to get lost somewhere, take the wrong road, and land in the opposite direction from Manchester. The reason why is you never had a plan before you set out in your journey. Now, every person in trading psychology, the first step, which is the easiest thing to do, is develop a trading plan. A trading plan, let me give you some tips in a trading plan. You will include your stop loss of when you would like to exit a trade. You would include your take profit, your entry point, most especially in your trading plan. You will have the times in which you trade, and more important than all of that, you will have a trading set rule that you would like to incorporate. So let me give you an example really quick. And I'm very practical in what I do, right? So let me give you an example really quick of how we do this. Just real quick. Let me share my screen with you. Just 1 second. So here we have the gold chart, and everybody can see the gold chart right here. I've got a trading plan of what I look for when I take a trade. For example, one of the things that I use in my trading plan, I use this Fibonacci sequence. When my Fibonacci retraces, and this is just one tip that I use, when my Fibonacci retraces to this level, which is called the 0.62 level, and you can take a screenshot of this Fibonacci. It's a normal Fibonacci. I've just tweaked the levels on it to become much more relevant and more sniper. One thing, simple trading strategy where you can get 70 to 80% hit rate on it automatically is by catching these trades. Let me show you how it works. On Trading View, you enable your Fibonacci tool. If you are looking for a retracement and the market is pushing up, you will go from the lowest point on the 1 hour, or you can use the 15-minute, to the highest point, right, which would be that point. That is the move that occurred. You would then extend it to wait for a retracement. Once price retraces anywhere between 0.62 to 0.705, you look to buy again. So this is for a buy opportunity. You can see it touched 0.62 and it pushed up again. Guys, this strategy has made me so much of money. It's absolutely crazy. In fact, if I tell you something, this one strategy bought me a Lamborghini. Right? Very simple strategy. Right? Look at this. There's another setup. Right? Another setup right here. Make sure you catch it from body. From the first one must be from the body, not the wick. 0.62 on gold. Anybody seen this, guys? Drop some comments. I don't know whether you seen it or not. Right? Guys, this is the J Money strategy. That's what it's called, if you're looking for a name. Right? But simple thing. That's a part of my trading plan, and everybody will have their own trading plan. And I'm giving you the concept of the trading plan. Okay? The concept of the trading plan is that you must have within your trading plan your stop loss, your take profit, your entry point. You must have your conditions to take the trade. In your trading plan, you write there on a piece of paper. I will look at the 1 hour time frame. I will wait for this 1, 2, 3 confirmations. Then I will take my trade. Trading plan is trading 101. If you do not have a trading plan, guys, you're gonna be going around in circles. I've never seen a trader that's become profitable without a trading plan. If you are serious about this trading, about Akashics, about building your team and building your life in terms of trading, then today, first thing, right? First thing that you will do is you will start developing a trading plan. Okay, next one. Emotional control. Now, let me explain this to you, what it is. Let's say, let me give you an example. You had or you just had an argument with your spouse, or you just had an argument with the person that you dated, or you're feeling ill in body. All of that, right? All of that impacts your emotional control. Okay? All of that impacts your emotional control. Anything on the exterior impacts your psychology on the inside, that impacts your trading. Now, this is what I say to people. I say to people this: if you are in an emotional state where you are uncomfortable, or you are in a psychological state where you are not feeling good, you are having problems at home, financial issues between you and your spouse, marital issues, issues in your family, I promise you guys, look at the stats. Those people have a higher possibility of not succeeding within the market. Emotional control means that, and this is it about trading. Emotional control means that you become as if you are emotionless. And my wife always says this to me now, and it's not a good thing. She says that, she says this to me, sometimes it's so hard to get you being emotional. It's not a good thing, guys. But this is what trading does. When you're 10 years in the game, right? I promise you, very few things make you emotional. Because the reality of trading is trading sculpts you in a way and manner where it starts to chip away your emotional intelligence. Because remember, every time You take a loss in trading, you become tougher. Every time somebody tells you something negative about trading, it psychologically makes you tougher. Eventually, guys, you become a brick wall as a trader. You master the emotional control. Now, with this, you must be able to calm down when you are in loss and also control the excitement. This is what happens to a lot of traders. We take one good trade and we think that trading is going to work and we're going to retire within a month from our day job or 9 to 5 or whatever we're doing. Trading does not work like that. Trading is all about being level headed, which means you can make $1,000 today or £1,000 today. You can lose £1,000 tomorrow. You'll be the same person. One of the things that I really struggled with as a trader, and this is my personal story that I want to share with you when it comes to mastering emotional control. I was really horrible at this at the beginning, which means this is what would happen, and this is what happens to a lot of people. You take a trade now, you take a loss on that trade of £200. Then you go out of your office or your room and you're upset with the world. You're upset with your kids. You're upset with your wife or your husband. You're upset with your mom or dad. You're upset with life. You're upset with your fiance. You're just upset. It's because you haven't mastered emotional control. Guys, I'll tell you now. I'll tell you now. I've seen so many people lose their life and what they have in terms of family, relationships, marriages, and all of those good things because of trading. And my experience in trading has brought me to this point where I want to be the one that safeguards you. Abdullah wants to be the one that safeguards you from stepping into that negative space of trading. That is why today Abdullah has invited me to do trading psychology with you. Right? It's because I've seen what a dark space trading can put people into. It can put you into a position where you take such a big loss in trading, you lose your Prop Firm Challenge account or you blow your trading account. You then go out with to the world, you fight with your wife, you make her feel unloved, and you don't tell her why, but and she probably thinks you're cheating on her, but it's because you took a loss in trading and you blew your trading account. Do you know that you can love trading more than people around you, and it can cause you to lose the people around you? The reason why I'm saying this to you is because I've seen what trading has done to many people. And just like that, today I'm here to create a barrier, a wall, so that we don't step into that dark zone. And guys, if you understand what I'm saying to you today, you might see, oh, Josh is just saying a whole lot of stuff here. I just want to know how to make money. If you want to know how to make money, the first thing that I said to you today is I said to you, trading is 90% psychological and 10% skill, which means, guys, how do you make money? It's 90% psychological. If you master these things, the first one was develop a solid trading plan. Put that trading plan everywhere you can see it. Even put it as a screensaver on your phone. Next one, master emotional control. So you don't make money in trading, but you lose everything else. Right? A lot of people are like this. Right? You see, they're very successful in trading, but they're all alone, unloved, alone, single, don't have anything going for them. They're in a position where they are isolated. The power of money is that money must be able to give you your dream life. And if you do not know how to master emotional control, which means number one, you stay calm after losses, that's a basic. Number two, you control your excitement even in a winning streak. If you don't control these two measures, these two metrons is on the total opposite side of life, because one is the winning side of life that you have to control, the other side is the losing side of life. Why do you see that so many people who win the national lottery become broke? It's because they don't know how to handle loss, of losing money really quick, and they don't know how to handle the excitement of winning really quick. This is the issue that people have. Stay calm after losses, control excitement after wins. Everybody with me? I want you to put some fire icons right here, because I want to see if you guys are awake. Come on, guys, throw it up, flame it up with some fire in here. Guys, you're not going to find this on the internet. You're not going to find this on YouTube. Because when I speak about these things of trading psychology, we've worked with people for over 10 years to derive a simple 10-step rule, and I want to go real quick. Next one. Risk management. Okay? Let's make it simple. Just 1 second. Dizza, can I have some water, babe? My wife just came down. I just want to get some, wanted to get me some water. Anyway, guys, let's go risk management, right? When trading, first thing that should also be a part of your trading plan, which is key 3, is decide how much you want to risk on a trade. Let me tell you why. Because at the end of that trade, even if the trade goes bad and negative, you would be comfortable with the risk that you took. Now, for most new traders starting off, the ideal thing to do, thanks babe, will be to risk 1 to 2% on a trade maximum. In fact, 1% is fine. Okay? Never risk more than that on a trade, because it will put you in an uncomfortable position. Now, let me tell you what happens to a lot of people, right? Get into a position, start trading. And guys, if you started making money with trading from the beginning, it's never going to be like that. You're also going to take losses. That's the reality. But obviously, we've got a Akashics, and you've got this amazing team of leaders that will help you to take lesser losses than you should. But the reality is, with most new traders, they come in, they make some money, then they go heavy on the risk and they blow accounts. Right? This is the reality. When you get into trading, psychologically, first you have to prepare yourself. Just like how you prepare your route from London to Manchester in car, just like this, before you get into a trade, prepare your stop loss, prepare your TP, and your stop loss must equate as a new trader to 1 to 2% on trade, right? Risk management. Now, next thing, over trading. This is what over trading is. Let me give you an example. You in a position where you've taken, and I want you to, by a show of hands, put a show of hands after I say what I'm about to say. Who's done this before? You've taken 2 trades in the day, and you've both those trades have been profitable. Okay? Anybody in the day, not even today, probably someday that happened, you took 2 trades and the trades were profitable. And you should have been done with your trading. But then you chilling in bed at night, you're chilling in bed, you're looking at the charts, and suddenly you click the buy or sell button. Come on, has this happened to somebody? Right? You take a trade when you're not supposed to be trading. It's a trade that you shouldn't have taken. It's the time when you should have been watching Netflix and not trading. Well, I shouldn't be saying Netflix because I know Abdullah doesn't watch TV, but you should have been reading a book, right? And not trading. But you decided to open up your trade locker, your MetaTrader 5. You decided to take a trade when you had 2 trades up for the day. right? And that trade that you take, guys, right? That one trade that you take at 9 p.m. at night while you're chilling in bed, that trade gives you a sleepless night. In fact, that trade goes into loss. That trade goes into the new day. You're holding drawdown on the trade. You messaging your friends. You've been in this position. You messaging your friends and you're like, hey, bro, I'm currently in this trade. What do you think is going to happen? And your friend gives you some negative news. So you go to your next friend and you say to your friend, this is a trade I took. I'm in drawdown now. What should I do? Anybody been in this position? Come on, guys. More people. More people. I want to see who's been in this position. And your friend tells you, look, maybe you should put more money in. And then you put more money in and you still in drawdown and eventually you blow your whole account. Guys, why did this happen? It happened because somebody took a trade when they wasn't supposed to be trading. Right? Somebody took a trade when they wasn't supposed to be trading. And when I look at traders, right, I used to be a owner or a shareholder in a large broker within Africa, one of the top 3 brokers within Africa. This was my previous company. And one of the reasons why traders failed, I'm going to tell you honestly, from the other side that nobody knows about. One of the reasons why traders failed over and over again is because they traded when they should have been sleeping. They traded when they were supposed to be spending time with their family. They traded when it should have been their relaxing time. Right? And the one of the strangest things that I found out is that most of the people, when they blew accounts, trading accounts, it wasn't during the day. But most of the people who blew trading accounts, it happened between the time frame of 8 p.m. and 3 a.m. in the morning. This is the time when you're supposed to be chilling, but somebody decided to trade and blew their account. Okay? Avoid over trading, guys. Comes back to trading plan. If you stick to the trading plan, you'll take quality trades, triple A trades, right? Check this out. Somebody, Augustina put a comment there, and I want to read the comment. If somebody is watching this, I want you to read this comment, right? You are absolutely right. Listen to this, guys. Eye opener. I know what I'm saying. The person is confirming what I'm saying. I lost my life savings in this exact manner. I don't know about you, but that hits me. That hits home. Right? Let me give you my story. I went to broke 3 times. From being a millionaire to broke 3 times in my life from this exact thing. Over trading. Right? Next thing. 5. Let's go. Detach emotional energy, that's what I call it, from money. And it says here, detach emotionally from money. Now, one of the biggest issues with traders, and if you are falling within this category that I'm going to talk about now, let's be open there. Let's put it. You can put an emoji or put yes or put me or whatever it is there in the chat box. Right? This is the biggest problem with traders right now and why people are failing within the industry. I told you it's 90% psychological. Let me tell you why, right? when you take a trade, before you even take the trade, you say to myself, or you say to yourself, when I take this trade, I'm going to make 100 pounds and I'm going to pay my electricity bill. Let's go further. You say, I'm going to make 100 pounds and I'm going to pay my bills. Let me go one further. I need to make 200 pounds so that I can put food on the table. Anybody been in that situation before? Come on, guys. I want to know that I'm not going crazy here. Anybody been in that situation? Put a comment there. Let me tell you what you are doing right there. You are 10 steps behind the person who is not saying that. The moment you start off with, I need to make this amount within this trade to do a certain thing, immediately you're allowing your emotional situation, your physical state to impact your trading. It's like this. Let me give you this, right? Imagine all of us. Imagine all of us lined up to race. Okay? 100-meter sprint, we're all going to run it. But I am running it with a flu. So I had a flu from yesterday, but I choose to still run the race today when I haven't recovered. I will never ever win the race because my body is ill. Right? This is it. I am automatically 10 steps off the pace from everybody else who is fit. Now, the person who is sick with the flu is the person who is emotionally tired, emotionally thinking about their bills, their circumstances, their problems, who they owe money to, their status right now, them not being employed, them not having money, and so on. You are 10 steps behind being successful. This is the mentality of a trader who wants to win, right? First thing about being a trader, when getting into a trade, this is what I must say to myself. I must think probabilities, not absolutes, right? Which means I'm in a possibility where I can get into the trade and my setup can be as good as it can be, but I can still take a loss, and that is why I have a stop loss. There's no absolute to trading, guys. If trading was 100% absolute, then all of us would be retired right now. We don't have to do networking. We don't even have to trade anymore because we could just put 10,000 pounds into a trading account, take it to £1,000,000, million to 10 million, 10 million to 100 million pounds. Everybody would be happy living on an island with a private jet and somebody flying you around the world. Everything would be perfect. But trading has no absolutes. In fact, the only absolute that you have with trading is failing. The only absolute that you have in life is the absolute that you will fail. Success is a probability, but success becomes a higher probability without emotional attachment to money. Which means when I take a trade, there's no such thing as I'm coming into the trade because I need to make a certain amount to pay bills. It's like this with a professional trader or a pro trader. I go into the market, whether I win $100 or I lose $100, this is my business. I'll come back again. Stop treating trading like a hobby. Listen to this. And start treating it like a business. In a business, you have good days, you have bad days. You have busy days, you have quiet days. You have sunny days, you have rainy days. You have days when people steal from you and days when people give you extra. You have days when all your stock runs out and days when your stock doesn't sell. You have days where it's really booming and some days where it's really not. You have days where there's theft and days where there's surplus. You have all of these certain days within business. Stop treating your trading account like a hobby and start treating it like a business. What flipped the game for me is when I started treating my trading account like a business. And one thing you'll know about business is that in business, there's no friends. In business, I've got no friends. I run several businesses. I've got no friends. In fact, the only time my dad and I argue is when it comes to business because he now became involved in most of my businesses so that I could have more time on my hands and we could build things together. And the only time my dad and I have, these little squabbles is in business. And the reason why it's because in business, I'm so headstrong. In business, there's no family. In business, there's no emotional tears. In business, there's no, oh, I hate you or I dislike you. In business, you make money. And when there's money involved, there's no emotion. That's how successful businessmen do it. And this is how you have to treat your trading today, guys. Trading, right? I'm going to rush to the next few because time is going. Trading is not an hobby. Trading is a business. Maintain a trading journal. Everybody should have a spreadsheet, right? Everybody should have a spreadsheet where they record every trade that they take. You should have a spreadsheet that looks like this: entry point, stop loss, take profit, lot size, number of pips, won or gain or lost, right? Then it should have the instrument, whether it was a currency, an indice, gold, whatever it was. Okay, you should have the time and session that you took the trade. Simple things within a trading journal. You can get a copy of a trading journal anywhere on the internet and you can use it. Make sure you journal your trades. Let me tell you why. You could remember the trade that you took last week, right? It's very easy because it's 1 week. If I ask somebody now, what trade did you take on May 5th, 2024? I promise you, 9 out of 10 people on this call will say Joash or Abdullah, I don't know. The reason you don't know is because you don't have a trading journal. And the reason you're not succeeding within the market is because you're not serious about what you're doing. You ask any businessman, tell me how much of profit you made last May 2024. The businessman will pull up his accounting and he'll tell you, I made $100,000. It's because, you know why? It's because he cares about his business. If you don't care about trading, guys, you'll never succeed in trading. And the first step in caring about your trading is recording and journaling what has happened previously. And also knowing what you did right or what you did wrong, right? Aspect 7, build patience and discipline. Remember something about trading, and especially in the psychological aspect, every time you open up the chart, this is the biggest problem with everybody. Everybody has this issue. When they open up a chart, they say, oh, wow, miraculously a trade is going to appear. Trading does not work like that. It does not mean every time you open up the chart that your trades will be there for you to take. Sometimes you might open up the chart and it might take you 1, 2, 3, 4 hours before you take a trade. Patience, be patient and be disciplined when following your trading plan, right? Develop a growth mindset. View your losses as learning experience. And this is one thing I say to myself. A loss is never a loss. but a loss is a lesson. Which means even when I went bankrupt 3 times from trading, I said to myself, this is not a loss, this is a lesson. And I promise you guys, because of that, every time I came back 10 times more than what I lost. Right? Verse number 9, part 9. Take breaks and manage stress. With trading, and the psychology of trading is that even with the mind is like a muscle. The mind is a muscle that also needs breaks, right? Let me give you an example. For the whole of January, I never really trade. I was on holiday. It's not because I wanted to be on holiday. It's because my mind needed to rest. It's the same like this with trading. If you take a loss that's impacted you in your trading account, don't take a trade after that to revenge trade, because you're probably going to take another trade and lose again. Take a day off. Go to the park. Take a walk on the street. Buy yourself an ice cream. Spend a day at home watching a movie, reading a book, doing something else, riding a bicycle, doing anything but trading. Take a break. It's called taking a breather. And sometimes when you feel like the walls around you are tumbling in, the best thing to do is just step outside and breathe a breath of fresh air. Okay? And the same with trading. Sometimes the best thing that you can do for yourself when you take a loss is stay out of the market. Probably for an hour, for two, and come back. And number 10, point 10, 10th one is accept that the markets are unpredictable. I was with the trader the other day. In fact, last week, Friday it was. And the guy said to me this. He said, Joash, I know exactly what the market is going to do. And you know what I did? I laughed. Nobody in the world, whether they are part of Wall Street, whether they are on the inside of trading or trading for a bank or institution, nobody 10 out of 10 times can say that we know, right? We know how the market will react. Nobody can say that. It's because, guys, you have to understand that we have no power over the market. You can have power over anything else, but not over the market. The market has a mind of its own. And because the market has a mind of its own, your mind's got to be strong. Because you can't, and remember this in my ending point and closing point, you can't control the mind of the market, but you can control your own mind. You cannot control the decision and direction that the market will take, but you can control your decisions. You can't control whether it will be a blue day or a red day in the market, but you can make sure within your mind that every day is a blue day where you are as level-headed, as calm, as patient as you can be. You can't control any sentiment or any grip of the market, but all you can control is this mind. Trading, guys, and I want to end with this. Thank you, Abdullah. Trading is 90% psychological, 10% skill. If you master these 10 aspects, it'll change the game for you. Thank you, Abdullah. Over to you, brother. Back to you. Thank you.
Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Josh. Honestly, it's like a mind-blowing completely. Completely, ladies and gents, it is mind-blowing. Is it or not? If it is, then just put 777 in the chat. Tell me, tell us, tell Josh what you understood. Did you like this session? Is it not really incredible what a session we had right now over here? So, ladies and gents, imagine you can see clearly authenticity, you can see clearly experiences speaking. Okay, so this is the most important thing in trading. Is it's not just about taking the trade, it's about really understanding And this understanding did not happen for him straight away, as he mentioned before. It took time. It took time, So this is the most important thing is it took time. Are you really going to put that time? Are you really going to get those experiences? Are you really ready to get those lessons? Literally for him coming on the call, yes, I'm trading from a while now, but my mind is blown away now, literally completely what he has shared on this call. You can see clearly, charts, live market is on the side, but what we have learned now in just few minutes only, I know he cannot share the whole experience on this few minutes call, but here's my question. If you got the value, once again, put 777 in the chat. Let's blow this chat away. Let's really, really show him for how much we appreciate for him coming on this call and sharing all the knowledge and wisdom. This is why I say when we have people like Josh, so especially the director of education who is going to give direction to this platform, trust me, your success is definite. Definitely, you are going to learn and achieve, but the decision you need to make. Here's my question to you now. Who would like to learn more from Josh? Who would like to connect Josh all the time? Who would like to really go through live charts with him in the market? Just tell me in the chat if you really, really want to connect with him, if you really want to talk to him, if you really want to learn live chat. Yes, if you are the one, but let me tell you where he is hiding. He's hiding every single, he's actually not hiding, you all are the members. He is every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. GMT. 6 p.m. GMT, ladies and gents, he is coming online live for you, for us, for me, for you, all of you. Take advantage of that. Hit the live session button every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. GMT, and make the most. Ask him the question in the live session. He will go through the live markets with you. This is what I'm saying. Listen to someone who has already what you are looking to achieve. And I can tell you one thing, with his leadership, with his knowledge and wisdom, there is no doubt you are going to go to the next level in your skill set. But make a clear decision. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm really going to pay attention. I'm really going to do whatever I learned today. I'm really going to apply into my trading plan. I'm really going to watch those sessions. I'm going to ask the questions on those sessions when he comes online 6 p.m. That's the decision you need to make. That's the choice you need to make. Otherwise, if you are here, okay, somebody asked me to learn this, start this with Akashex, it's not going to help you. Okay, this is the most important part. You need to understand that you have to make this decision to connect with him, and this is the best way to do it. Connect with him on the live session. So I'm really, really grateful, Josh, for you coming on this call, sharing your knowledge and wisdom. We truly grateful. We are ready. Ladies and gents, tell him if you are ready to jump on his live session. Put 777 again. Whoever is going to join his live session, whoever is going to have his mentorship, you are ready. Just literally grab him on the live session. Ask him the questions. He's someone who is not going to get bored. But one thing I can tell you, it's late night over there in South Africa. He is still online. This is not part of the company which he is working for. This is especially with his giving heart. He especially came online, and I really, really admire and appreciate Josh for you coming on this call today. Thank you once again. Thanks a
Thank you.
lot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abdullah.
All right. So,
Thank you
ladies
so
and
much.
gents, you heard from our phenomenal educator. Make a decision, as I always say. This is just the beginning. This is just something you got, but this what he told you is the 90% part. 90%. If you apply this into your trading now, you will see your trading skills are going to the whole new level. This is why in this platform, we have the value. We have that education. We love the way he's teaching people. He's not just, okay, giving you those trade ideas, sharing with you, but he is actually going through all the nitty gritty with you to make sure you're taking your skill set to the next level. So get ready, get inspired, get excited that we are all going to succeed together with his leadership over here. Thank you, sir. Once again, thank you to every single one of you on coming on this call today, and have a wonderful evening, and have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abdullah.
You're
God
welcome.
bless. Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
everybody. Thank you so much. See you again soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.